What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making some juicy lamb burgers. I'm going to also show you how to make the candied bacon and all the nice toppings that I put on it. And let's get started. First things first, we're going to make our lamb burgers. We're going to use ground lamb, and I got this from Publix. And it's just taking me a little while to get it out the pack, but that's because I opened it kind of janky. So that is about a pound, and I have 2. So in total, I'll be using 2 pounds. And depending on how big or small you like your burgers, this made me about 4 half-pound burgers. But of course, you can make them smaller. You can make lamb sliders, or you can make 2 big, juicy 1-pound lamb burgers. It depends on how much you want to eat. So next, we're going to add our ingredients to our lamb. I'm only going to use 1 egg because 1 egg for me will suffice. I know a lot of people go egg crazy. You want to use more, but not me. So this is my seasonings. I have some black pepper, some ginger, some salt, fresh black pepper, of course. And I also have, what is it? Pepper flakes. Yes. So I put a little bit so you can see it up close. I put a little bit of pepper flakes in there as well. Also, to combine our mix, I like to use Ritz crackers, just the regular Ritz butter crackers. I know some people like to use breadcrumbs, but for me, I like the Ritz crackers a little bit better. I also chopped up a half a stick of salted butter, and I chopped them up into these little diced blocks, and this is going to keep your lamb burgers so juicy. If I don't do it this way, then sometimes I also chop up bacon, but we're going to be using candied bacon, so we don't have to do that. We're just going to use butter for today. Also, the last ingredient we're going to add is our Worcestershire sauce. You know what I mean. Worcestershire, however you want to say it. We're going to add that, and then we're going to mix our ingredients all together. By hand is usually the best, to be honest. So that's why you always kind of see me with gloves on, because I love to cook with my hand versus a lot of those fancy kitchen tools and making plenty of dishes. Here, you can just get rid of the gloves, throw another fresh pair on, and get back started. Okay, guys, so now that we have our meat ready, we're going to start making our lamb burger balls. So this is how I make my patties. I just grab however big I want my burger. And the tip is to also make them a little bit bigger than what you expect for your buns. Here you can kind of see that's a medium one. I'm going to show you how I make the bigger one, which is this guy right here. And note that they do shrink, so you definitely want to make them just a little bit bigger than expected when you're cooking them in a pan. That's just with all meat, even if we were to be doing beef or any other ground meat. They just shrink. It's just how it goes. So another thing is, instead of making them into patties, you're going to make them into balls and smash them in the pan. All right. So now I put those in the refrigerator to kind of set a little before I started putting them in the pan. I have my skillet on medium-high heat, just heating up. And while that's heating up, getting nice and hot, we're going to start with our toppings. So I like to get my toppings ready before my burgers are done, just to prevent them from cooling too much, so we can serve nice, hot, warm, juicy burgers. And then I'm also going to pair this with just some French fries. I didn't make the fries from scratch today. I just got a bag of fries because, girl, we don't have to do everything from scratch. So after my lettuce, I'm going to do my red onion. Now, I prefer a red onion versus the white onion with the lamb. It just tastes a little bit better to me. I don't know how you guys like it, but please feel free to modify this recipe so it tastes just as amazing to you as it does to me. And as you can see how I shredded my lettuce, I like shredded lettuce on my burgers. When I was a kid, I used to love Houston's, and they had like the shredded lettuce. So ever since I was a kid, I was like, the best burgers have shredded lettuce for sure. So here, just getting my toppings ready. So after my red onion, you can also do some tomatoes. I'm not a huge fan of sliced tomatoes, but my boyfriend is, so I'm going to make sure I cut him up some tomatoes. And I'm actually glad that he likes tomatoes because it looks better when you're making the sandwich. And I want to show you guys a full version of the sandwich. So here's a plate of our toppings. And see, we got them all ready, nice. The only thing we don't have on this plate is the cheese and the bacon. But we're making the bacon right now. Now, like I said, this recipe has candied bacon. So I'm going to show you how to do the candied bacon. My oven is on 400 degrees, and here in this bowl I have brown sugar and black pepper. That's all you need. Brown sugar and black pepper. So I have about a half a cup of brown sugar and about 3 tablespoons of black pepper. You can use more or less. And so basically it's very, very easy to make candied bacon. All you do is massage that brown sugar and black pepper onto your sliced bacon. The thicker the better, but these are pretty okay slices, so they'll suffice for today. I just had some left over from breakfast today, so I was like, let's make candied bacon. So on a lined foil sheet, we're going to place our bacon. And remember, our oven is on 400 degrees. And if you wanted to cook a little faster, you can start it off on 400 degrees for about, I want to say like 10 minutes or so. Flip the bacon and then put your oven on low broil. But you have to watch it because it's candied bacon. So that brown sugar pretty much cooks really fast and it'll burn if you don't watch it. So I'm also going to prepare my buns. Like I said, I like to get everything nice and ready. I also have my deep fryer on. My oil's on 375 for my French fries. But while everything is heating up, my oil and my skillet for my burgers, I'm going to make sure I have all of my fixings because you guys know my number one rule is for us to prep. When you prep everything, your kitchen is clean at the end. You're not running around and you're all ready to go, ready to build. Even if you're not building everybody's, they can build their own. So this is what the candied bacon looks like once it's done. And you're going to let this set for just like a few minutes to cool down before you chop it up. So now that my skillet is ready, I'm going to add my favorite olive oil. They need to pay me for that. So add my olive oil and my 2 burgers to my skillet. If you're making more, please feel free, but I'm only making 2 burgers tonight. So here, we're going to let them cook for less than a minute, just a few seconds, then smash them down. This helps for the burgers not to shrink so much in size. And of course, y'all know I'm the butter queen. You don't have to do this, but this is what I like to do. I just added a tablespoon of butter. And I like to baste my burgers the same way I would do a steak. So I base it with the butter and I just keep smashing them down and keep basting so we can keep that flavor locked in our burgers. And once it gets that nice skillet crust is what I call it, then they're probably all ready to go. We're going to butter our buns just a little bit. If you don't want to use butter for this, you can also use a little bit of olive oil. Then I put those in the oven just for a few minutes to toast up. You don't have to do that, but that's just the way I did it tonight. Now that my bacon is nice and cool, I'm going to cut my candied bacon into like some, I guess, bite-sized pieces. You know how the salads look like the bacon bits. This bacon is also amazing to use in salads as well. You'll love this bacon. So now, as you can see, my buns are toasted. It is time to build. It is time to build. So I love mayo. And this burger has so many different toppings. So while you're eating it, it's just so many flavors going on. I use the Munster cheese. I have 2 slices of Munster cheese on top of my lamb burger. But first, I'm going to add that shredded lettuce to the bottom. Guys, always add your lettuce to the bottom. Let me tell you why. Because if you add it to the top, it's hard to close your burger. So that's why I'm building it like this. Mayo, lettuce, the patty, a lamb patty. Then we're going to add those 2 slices of tomatoes. You can add 3. You can add none. However you want it. Make sure you use your favorite toppings for your burgers. On top of that, we're going to use some of our sliced onion, our red onion. And then we're going to go in with a nice handful of that candied bacon. Yes. And if you see my hands disappears because I'm eating the bacon. On top of the bacon, we're going to add our blue cheese crumbles. Yes, y'all. Blue cheese crumbles. This burger needs and loves to have blue cheese crumbles. And on top of that, guess what we're going to do? We're going to add some balsamic glaze. Yes, because what's lamb without balsamic glaze? We're going to make this the ultimate lamb burger. We're not just throwing cheese on it. We're going to make it so yummy. I can't wait for you guys to try it. So this is a slow-mo video. So of course it's going to take a little while, but here it comes. Okay. Still taking a while. Maybe there it goes. So we're going to add our balsamic glaze on top of this burger, and as you can see, the slow-mo video, it's even slower than the glaze. The glaze is so nice and thick. I love it. And after we add this, guess what we're going to do? It's going to be time to eat. My French fries are already in the hot grease right now. They don't take nothing but a few minutes to make. And we have our finished burger, lamb burger, candied bacon, cheese, 2 types of cheese, of course, lettuce, tomato, red onion, mayo, and we have our French fries. You guys, this is so yummy, and it was so easy to make, and I hope you guys love it. Let's take a peek at the inside. Yes, you see that? You see how juicy it is? Tell me that's not juicy, because you can see the juices. Thank you guys for coming. Like, subscribe, let me know what you guys want to make next, and let's get cooking. Bye.